Hello one and all, I'm Anton Savetin, and welcome back to another episode of Persona 5 Royal. Last time, we got to witness Kamoshida's prowess playing volleyball, and afterwards, Ryuji and myself went around the school to the injured students to find out any information on their abuse, if they are being indeed abused. It's like we don't know for sure if they're being abused in the real world, but you know, with what we know from the shadow world, they're being abused. So it's like we still need to find out for sure. It's like the students won't talk, the male students won't talk. It's like it seems that the male students are getting abused, but the female students are fine. That really sets a red flag up for me personally. It's like Kamoshida's a piece of work. It's like not only is he a volleyball all-star celebrity king, whatever you want to call him, it's all fuel for his ego. And just to add on to that, the girls students being enamored with him, it's like that sends up a huge red flag. And of course his relationship with Ann, that shouldn't be going on, yet it is. And of course no one is doing anything about that. It seems to be that relationship is known. So the fact that no one has really talked about that in the right kind of sense, that is, in my eyes, a big problem. So anyway, let's get back into the game here. So I don't think there's anything that it can do. No, just sleep. Okay. So, just to sleep I go. I'm having a sense of deja vu here. Hey, this don't make any damn sense. The principal and even the parents know about the abuse. Yeah. With what we learned last time, it's like, why hasn't anyone really done anything about this abuse when even the school staff is in on it, and I guess also the parents? It's like that I don't know. Do we know that for sure? It's like it seems to be like a rumor, and because it doesn't sound like it's, you know, a for sure thing that the parents know. It's like the principal may know, and you know, Shujin Academy is such a prestigious school from what we've gotten so far. It seems all very fishy to me. Why ain't anybody speaking up? Because of volleyball, they're afraid of Kamoshida, or they don't care it's happening. I mean, it could be that they're afraid of Kamoshida. It could be. I mean, he puts on, I want to say that he puts on a facade of being nice and charismatic, but underneath that, he's probably like terrifying, and that's why I assume that the students are afraid to talk about their abuse, is because they know Kamoshida's true self, because that's what makes sense to me. Yeah, I'm gonna go with they're afraid of Kamoshida. That can't be the only thing keeping both the principal and the parents quiet, though. Kamoshida getting to the principal, I can see. I can't really see him getting to all the students' parents. That would be impossible. Then again, anything's possible in fiction, in any kind of fiction. So it's like, yeah, gotta consider everything. It's basically because Kamoshida made the volleyball team famous, yeah? More than likely, because he's an Olympic medalist. So it's like the volleyball team was probably like what's the word for it again? Underdogs. They were probably underdogs, and Kamoshida came to Shujin Academy and brought them out of that and made them become famous and well known. Even so, that don't give him the right to do whatever he wants. I would agree. He's beating kids up, and all they're allowed to do is endure. Ugh. It's like, that's a rough go. That's a very rough go if that's the case. It's like they can't do anything because they're kids, and adults typically don't listen to kids. At least not in fiction most of the time. So, yeah. And that follower of his doesn't give one single shit. Follower of his. Is he talking about Ann? That's the only person I can think of that he would call Kamoshida his follower. Who are you talking about? For some reason, with this LP, I cannot talk. I don't know why. Who are you talking about, or what follower? What follower? Ann Takamaki. You met her in the courtyard, remember? Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was on. You should know her. I mean, she's in your class, dude. Ugh, what a load of bull. I can't let it end like this. I'm gonna try and find someone who knows about what's going on with Kamoshida during break tomorrow. Just you watch. I ain't giving up. Oh! I almost forgot. Last video when Ryuji said that him and Ann have known each other since middle school. I actually looked it up. From what I've read online, secondary education in Japan is split into junior high schools, which cover the 7th through 9th grade, and senior high schools, which mostly cover grades 10 through 12. And then, let's see, with junior high school, the lower secondary schools cover grades 7, 8, and 9. I found it interesting reading through some of the house the school system works in Japan. And this is something I've known for quite a while now because of the Persona games, that the number of school days in Japan in a year is 210 compared to 180 in the United States. And a significant part of the school calendar is taken up by non-academic events such as sports days and school trips. So with Japan having a longer school year than us who are in the US, as a result, they only have a month of summer vacation as opposed to in the US 3 months. One thing that's brought up here that I have noticed in the past Persona games, that students aren't the one who go from class to class, the teachers do. So each class is assigned a homeroom teacher who doubles as a counselor, and the subject teachers will go from class to class and teach the students that way instead of the students coming to them. So I find that interesting. It's like, I could just imagine how that would be in the US. I can kind of picture it here, but at the same time, I'm glad that we don't do that in a way, because it's like Japan has to have their own culture. We in the US have to have our own culture and how we do things. So it's like we don't want to be too samey between two different cultures. So all makes sense to me. But yeah, I wanted to share that. Anyway, let's get back to it here. I'm beat from running around all day. Sleep. Are you going into the valet room again? Did you see Mr. Kamoshida play yesterday? He was so awesome! I think I might ask for his autograph after school. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I hear that you shouldn't go near the PE faculty office. People say that you can hear weird sounds, like screaming, even though no one's there. Screaming? Screaming. That's a little concerning. What? That's probably just a rumor spread by fans to scare the competition. Huh. That was a bit of interesting information there. Yeah, I figured it was Ryuji. So about witnesses. I was wondering if we could get something out of Takamaki. Since she's with Kamoshida, or she's not on the team. I mean, do we know that she's not on the team? Do we know that for sure? I don't know. Since she's with Kamoshida? No, that ain't why. You know how we didn't get a thing out of the volleyball team? Yeah. I figured it'd be a good idea to talk to someone who knows them. Takamaki's BFFs with a starter, a girl named Suzui. Oh yeah, Shiho. Yeah, we saw her, we've seen her a little bit with her. I tried to talk to that girl during break, but I got nothing. That's why we should have Takamaki talk to her. Then again, I guess it'll be hard getting her to help us. Sorry, let me see what else I can come up with. I'm like jamming out to the music here.
Shouldn't you be heading to volleyball?
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's a little bruised. It's like, did she get hit by the volleyball too?
That bruise above your eye. Is that from practice too?
Yeah.
Thought so.
Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
She may be.
I'm okay. Volleyball's the only thing I can do right.
Oh.
Shouldn't you take that?
It's probably just my part-time job, I think.
I should get going.
Shiho. Are you sure you're okay?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good. Sorry. Bye.
Hey, wasn't that Takamaki?
Rumor has it she's dating Kamoshida.
Okay, so that's a rumor. Okay, so it isn't super well known. So it isn't known for a fact that she's been dating Kamoshida. Okay. It's like I thought maybe that the students and staff did know that they were dating, but I guess not. That it's just a rumor. Okay, I guess that makes it a little better, but still.
Seriously?
I heard people saw them in his car together.
You know, she seems pretty easy, huh? You think I'd have a chance too?
I don't know what to say to that.
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
Oh. Hey, she's closer in age to you than to him. I'm assuming anyway. It's like you'd have they should have more of a chance of going out with Ann than Kamoshida. Whoa, what the? What the heck? Is that like a glitch? Those students just like appeared out of thin air there. What the? That was weird.
What? Oh, I'm in the way, aren't I? Sorry.
No, you're fine, Shiho. Don't worry about it. Are you hurt? I'm sorry too. Don't worry about it.
I really am sorry, though. I must have spaced out.
It's like, seriously, Shiho, it's fine.
You don't look familiar.
I'm new.
Could you be that transfer student from Class D?
I am.
This might not be any of my business, but don't let the rumors get to you, okay?
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, they don't bother me. Why do you say that? I mean, I could completely go with, like, what the character is possibly thinking, or I could go with, what me, as Anton, would think. Because I'm technically playing as myself. I mean, personally, for me, I don't let rumors rule my life. So, they don't bother me.
I'm glad to hear that. My best friend is often misunderstood too, all because of her looks.
On.
Sorry. I didn't mean to drag on like that. Anyway, I have to go to practice. I'll see you around.
Damn it. What the hell?
Did you find someone?
Is that what it looks like?
I'm assuming not.
All of them kept saying the same shit Mishima was talking about.
That's not surprising, actually.
Kamoshida had to have told him something. At this rate, looks like we'll have to go to him directly.
Isn't that a little too soon for that? Should have started with that, or there's no point. We should have started with that. I don't know if I agree with that. Though I am curious what Ryuji would say if I do choose this. What the heck?
I know. But seriously, isn't there something we can do?
I mean, we're two delinquents with criminal records. There's not a lot of chance for people to believe us. So, it's like, we're gonna need help with this, obviously.
No way I'm gonna give in like this. Can you think of anything?
We should call the cops. How about a sneak attack? A sneak attack, really? I mean, the cops would be the best option. Will they listen, though? That's the problem, as we don't have any proof.
So you want to tell them about the castle? They'd never believe us.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying. It's like, we don't have any proof. All we have is conjecture.
Have any other ideas?
Okay. I wanted to see what he would say if I chose that, so it's like, okay, so a sneak attack it is then.
Oh, that'd be fine if we could do it without getting caught, but if we did, we'd be seriously done for.
Yeah, we'd get in even deeper trouble.
You got any other ideas? What do we do?
It's like, what do we do indeed? It's what? Let's punish the king. Okay. What exactly do you mean by punish there, Kaito? Punish? What are we, Monokuma?
The king? You mean that other world's Kamoshida?
Yeah.
I didn't think of that, but... Is there any meaning to...
I finally found you!
Morgana?
You say something?
I didn't say anything. It was the non-cat. I almost said cat. It's the non-cat.
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
Oh.
That voice... Is that you, Morgana?
I don't know if she's more cuter as an actual cat or not. I mean, she's cute regardless. It's like I admit I love cats, though I love all animals.
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
It's funny that the sprite for Morgana is her in the Shadow Realm, but in the real world she's a real cat. It's an interesting juxtaposition.
The cat's talking?
I am not a cat. This is just what happened when I came to this world.
As expected.
It was a lot of trouble finding you two.
I bet it was.
Wait, you came to our world? Does that mean you've got a phone?
I mean, does she have a phone?
You don't need one when you're at my level. I did get pretty lost making my escape, though.
Don't need one when you're at your level? I'm trying to decipher what that means.
That aside, why can you talk? You're a cat!
How should I know?
Yeah, it's like in the real world, it's like she should just be meowing and us not being able to understand her. But since we met in the Shadow World, maybe because of our interactions there that we've come to be able to understand her as a real cat here. Makes sense, doesn't it?
You hearing this too?
Of course I am. Meow. Oh my god. I have to. Meow.
This is no time to be joking around!
You guys are having a rough time of this, I heard you mention something about witnesses.
Yes. That was too funny.
Oh, shut up!
You know, I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida.
Oh? What do you got for us?
You were pretty close just a moment ago.
We were?
God, that condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be Morgana.
Come on, man. Of course it is.
You were still doubting me?
Yeah, seriously. It's like, come on, man.
Quiet down!
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
Uh-oh.
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Oh, boy.
Make sure you check every nook and cranny around.
Morgana, you might want to hide.
Meow?
Now he said it. Meow.
Does that mean only us two can understand what you're saying?
Yeah. It's like no one else would be able to. Unless they were to go into the Shadow World and interact with her that way, and then come back to the real world and find that they too can talk to Morgana as we are right now.
Looks like it.
What the hell's going on? Anyways, what you were talking about earlier, is it for real?
You're quite the skeptic for being an idiot.
It's kind of a low blow, isn't it, Morgana?
Hey, tell us more. Then again, this probably ain't the best place.
Yeah, it's like let's go somewhere more private.
Here, stick it in your bag for now.
Oh!
It should be just small enough to fit.
So Ryuji, you don't manhandle a cat.
Hey, how dare you treat me like...
Oh my god. Ryuji, put her down. My god.
Don't be so rough with me.
What's that face? It's a, ah!
Enough of that. You said you know how we can do something about Kamoshida, right?
It has to do with what this guy was talking about earlier. You'll need to attack his castle.
So we have to go back. Of course. I was expecting that.
What do you mean?
That castle is how Kamoshida views this school.
That was obvious.
He doesn't realize what happens in there, but it's deeply connected to the depths of his heart.
Right.
Thus, if the castle disappears, it would naturally impact the real Kamoshida.
Okay. I see where she's going with this.
What had happened?
A palace is a manifestation of a person's distorted desires. So, if that castle were no more...
So if the castle is no more, his Kamoshida's distorted desires would be what? Just gone? I thought I was understanding it, and then she threw this out. Like, so I'm having a little trouble understanding. His desires would go too, or he'd become an honest man. It's really hard to change a person. So he'd become an honest man. I don't know if I could see that happening. His desires would go to... I mean, maybe his desires could change, but there's no way that we'd be able to actually change him into being an honest man. His desires would go to...
Precisely. You sure pick up things fast.
Okay, good. It's like, that one made more sense.
For real? He's gonna turn good?
I mean, if that can happen, I mean, we can try and turn him around. Try being the operative word.
But is that really getting back at him?
It's not really getting back at him. It's more like getting him to see the error of his ways.
Erasing a palace essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart.
Right. Okay. That makes more sense. A change of heart. That's gonna be really hard to do.
However, even though their warped wants disappear, the crimes they committed remain.
Right. Yeah, it's like they can't change what they've already done.
Kamoshida will become unable to bear the weight of those crimes, and he'll confess them himself.
Yeah, if we can get him to confess his own crimes, then we would have it in the bag.
You for real? That's possible?
I mean, it is possible. It's getting him to confess that's going to be the hard part.
And since the palace will no longer exist, he'll forget what we did there as well.
He'll forget what we did there. Huh, okay.
Not only will we be able to bring Kamoshida down, but there won't even be a trace of our involvement.
Interesting. Huh.
That's amazing! You are one incredible cat!
Non-cat, Ryuji. Non-cat. Come on, say it with me, bud.
True. Except for the cat part.
Nyeh.
So, how do we get rid of the palace?
That's a good question. That's not going to be an easy thing to do.
By stealing the treasure held within.
Treasure? Stealing the treasure. And what, pray tell, is that treasure, Morgana?
Stealing?
I'll tell you more once you agree to go ahead with this. It's my most valuable secret plan, after all.
Okay.
If you want to help me out, I'll gladly teach you. What's your call?
Our luck's running dry looking for witnesses. Guess we have no choice but to go along.
Yeah. It's like we have nothing else to go on. You're right.
Good. Oh, right. There's one more thing I should tell you. If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well.
Just erased, okay.
But desires are what we all need in order to survive.
That's an interesting notion, actually. Because it's like we all have desires and wants. I've never really thought them as our way to survive, though, before. So it's like that's a very interesting notion. And does make some lick of sense.
The will to sleep, eat, fall in love. Those sorts of things.
What are you getting at?
If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely.
Shut down? I mean, like, what exactly do you mean by shut down?
They may even die if they're not given proper care.
Ooh. Ooh. That's a slippery slope then.
So,
They might die!
will you listen to everything I have to say first?
Would their death be our fault?
Aren't you determined enough to face those kinds of risks?
I mean, that's a major risk. That kind of risk almost doesn't want me to go through with it. You know? Because if someone dies in the process, what have we really fought for? You know?
Hey, what do you think?
We'll have to risk it. I don't want to kill him. I'm interested. Well, me personally, as Anton, I don't want to kill him. I don't want to kill him.
No, of course not.
Sheesh. I come all this way and this is what I get. It's not like anyone will ever find out.
Really? Really, Morgana? I'm a little skeptical of that.
That's not the point. If we just go around secretly doing whatever we want, we'd be no better than that effing Kamoshida.
That's a fair point.
Isn't this your only option?
Yeah. Oh boy. You really have to weigh all the pros and cons of doing what they ultimately have to do.
I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
Okay.
Man, we're getting all worked up for nothing. Damn it. I'll try and see if I can figure out another way. Come on, let's get out of here.
It's like, yo, some of the guys in my class have been talking about that Suzui girl. Looks like rumors are going around about her and Kamoshida. Oh, now there's rumors going around about Shiho and Kamoshida? Great. It's like, well, what rumors are going around about them? If they're true, it's no wonder I couldn't get her to talk. Still, something about that doesn't seem right. What do you mean? Do you know something? Do you know something? It's nothing clear cut, but I've known Takamaki and Suzui since middle school. Okay. There's just no way Kamoshida's their type, you know? Well, like I've been saying, he's a teacher. They're students. It's like they shouldn't be having any kind of relationship with a teacher. So I gotta wonder where those rumors came from. I guess we'll get to it tomorrow. See ya. Then again, in Japan, things are different. I mean, like I said, they're a different culture. I mean, it's a little worrisome to think about this, because this is a fact, that the consenting age in Japan, from what I remember, is the age of 13. And to me, that's worrisome. I wonder what the other students are saying. I should listen in as I go home. Okay. Well, there's a couple of girls over here that I can listen in on, so let's see what they have to say. Takamaki always looks kind of unhappy whenever Mr. Kamoshida talks to her. Unhappy. Maybe she doesn't want to talk to him at school to show off how she got him wrapped around her finger? Ugh, gross. She's got him wrapped around her finger? It's not the other way around? Oh, so that's what's going on. I wonder how far they've gone together. I don't even want to think about that. Let's see. Yeah, it's like it looked kind of funny from this angle because it looked like it was just the bushes there, but then it's like I could go listen out on the bushes, listen in on the bushes. I cannot talk. Jeez. But no, it's like, yeah. There's really no way to be nonchalant about listening in. Sakamoto's been asking questions about the volleyball team. Just who does he think he is? That's just Ryuji being Ryuji, right? Like I've said, he just goes off on anything. The volleyball team's never gonna get him. The volleyball team's never going to tell him anything. They're all completely loyal to Kamoshida. And despite the abuse, right? Oh boy. Well, if Kamoshida likes them, their future is pretty much set. Of course they'll back him up. Yeah. Speaking of which, I hear Kamoshida's new favorite girl is someone named Suzui. Oh, the girl who was chosen to be a regular? A regular? Her face was all swollen. It looked pretty bad. Boy. I missed these two here before. Okay. I saw that new transfer student hang out with Sakamoto-kun. The two of them are so scary. Just by looking at us, you think we're scary? Come on. He doesn't look like the kind of guy who'd have a criminal record. Maybe he's one of those? You know, the people in those accidents. Maybe he suddenly freaks out and attacks people. Huh? I don't think so. He's just been coming to school. Actually, he almost seems normal. It's like, what was I saying earlier in the game? It's like, it seems like more of a good person to me than anything. Not so much a down and out criminal or bad person. It's like, oh, it doesn't really seem that way to me. And from what I hear, after you have a psychotic breakdown, you go brain dead and die right there. Well, that's cheery to think about. Thanks, a scared female student. Okay, anyone else I can listen in on? No one down that way. Maybe just those three groups? Anyone up here? Probably can't go back to Shujin Academy. So... yeah, obediently return home. Okay. So... Aoyama Ichome Station.
Aoyama Ichome. This is Aoyama Ichome.
Okay. Oh, there's more students here.
Train doors are now closing.
I'm so traumatized from the video of that accident. I've been afraid of riding the train ever since. There have been similar accidents before, right? What happens if you get a psychotic breakdown? Well, out of nowhere, you go crazy and violent, and then you suddenly pass out. In the very end, you die in a lot of pain. That's what I hear. You die, or you're as good as dead. Well then. Anyone else that I can listen in on? Just to make sure. Oh. Man, she even looks hot in a jersey. I wonder if I have a shot. I wonder if I have a shot with her. Are these the same two guys from earlier? Or is it two different guys? If you really want Kamoshida's leftovers? Can we not please? Can we please not to talk about On That Way? I like the girl with the ponytail better. Oh, Shiho? Oh, you mean from the volleyball team? I guess I kind of get you. They're There's also a really cute first year with a ponytail, though. Why not her? Is he talking about the redhead? She's mine, buddy. She's mine. Wait, there was a girl like that? I didn't look at all. Okay. Let's go home.
Platform number 2, service to Asakusa is departing soon. Please watch your step. Train doors are now
Okay.
closed. Please stand back.
It's like. Da, da, da. Ah, ticket machine. I should be able to go home without buying a ticket. Pamphlet stand? It's a travel brochure. It covers a lot of spots where people can view the cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms are really pretty. They're also called sakura trees, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm so miserable.
I wonder if I can buy anything. I smell freshly baked bread. It would certainly give me energy if I had some. It seems like they sell limited edition items too. They should come back again. I wanted to buy something now. Come on. It's like I have the money. Access way. No, that's not the right way. Don't think the access way is the right way.
That's all anyone talks about now.
I'm so miserable.
God, this is a big place. Where am I going? Station Square? Here we go.
Will you please give it a rest? I told you, I'm not feeling up to it.
Who's she talking to?
Wait, what? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher?
Oh, she must be on the phone. Talking to Kamoshida?
This has nothing to do with Shiho.
Just hung up on her? Oh. You okay there, Ron?
Shiho's starting position.
Oh?
Wait, were you listening?
I was eavesdropping. Not on purpose. It wasn't on purpose. I promise you that.
Haven't you heard of privacy?
I just happened to be walking by. Oh, she has a tear in her eye. At least that's what it looks like.
No, I was out of line. Sorry.
It's okay.
So, how much did you hear?
Enough to give me an idea of what you were talking about. You were arguing or something about a friend. Something about a friend.
Shiho. It's nothing at all.
It's like you can trust me. Come on out. I almost said Ann. On.
Nothing.
It's too funny.
And she is fast. I wonder what happened. I should follow her. We're gonna follow her? Okay. So it went down here? Underground walkway? What? Wait for me! Excuse me! Excuse me! Pardon me! Where did she go? Oh god. Could easily lose a person in the... could easily lose a person here. Where did she go? Where the heck did she go? All right. Oh, there she is.
Stop following me! Just leave me alone!
I just want to talk. I can't calm down. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Why? Why do you keep worrying about me?
Because I care. It's like I can give you my shoulder to cry on. Come on. I want to talk, or let's go somewhere safe. Let's go somewhere safe.
What the heck? I really don't get you.
Well, you don't know me. So, let's get to know each other.
I don't have anything to talk about with you.
Or do you? You wanna say something, don't you?
It was just an argument.
It was more than just an argument, wasn't it? With Kamoshida? It seems like she's really stressed out.
Thank you very much! You've heard the rumors, haven't you? About Mr. Kamoshida. Everyone says we're getting it on. But that's so not true. That was him on the other line.
Figured.
I avoided giving him my number for the longest time. He told me to go to his place after this. You know what it means. If I turn him down, he said he'd take my friend off as a regular on the team. I've been telling myself this is all for Shiho's sake. I can't take it anymore. I've had enough of this. I hate him. But still, Shiho's my best friend. She's all I have left in that sorry excuse of a school. Tell me, what should I do? Sorry, I shouldn't have asked. It's not your problem.
It's okay, Ann. Just let it out.
What am I saying? I've barely even talked to you before.
It's okay, Ann. I'm here to help. You can trust me. It's fine. Maybe that's why? Or sorry for butting in. It's fine.
Huh? You're so weird. Usually everyone just ignores me.
Now, how could I ignore a beautiful girl like you? It's like, seriously, she is very beautiful. I mean, I know I'm all about the redhead, but you know, it's like Ann is also very attractive. A blonde, blue-eyed beauty like her, it's like just very pretty. It's like how can I ignore someone with that kind of beauty?
Are you really a bad person? I've heard people talking about you, but I just don't see it.
My controller just disconnected there for a second. I need a new... I swear I need a new, I don't think it's the controller. I think it's my cord. I was hoping that would not be something that would happen, but there we go. There we go. Now I'm connected. I'm bad to the bone. I'm bad to the bone. Had to make that reference. Or what are they saying? What are they saying?
That you assaulted someone. That you almost killed them.
I didn't do anything. All I did was approach a guy and he fell down and accused me of it, of shoving him or whatever. I did nothing.
I kinda had a feeling they were all just exaggerations.
Well, yeah. Yeah. It's like making mountains out of molehills.
You seemed lonely. Almost like you didn't belong anywhere. You're the same in that regard. Maybe that's why it was so easy for me to talk to you.
That just may be the case. I know I was saying earlier that I wouldn't be surprised if Mishima was going to be our next party member. Of course, what I can tell from the cover art from the game, it's like I of course do happen to notice that Ann is on the cover, so it's like she definitely becomes one of the party members.
Is there really no way for me to help Shiho?
Why is she winking? That doesn't seem to be the right sprite for this kind of line.
I wish he'd just change his mind. Like, forget about me and everything. As if something like that would ever happen.
That's too convenient, or it could happen. I mean, I guess it could happen. Could happen.
I wasn't asking for a serious response.
Your tone of voice sounds otherwise. Sounds otherwise? Says otherwise. What am I saying?
But I do feel a bit better now.
Good. It's like you just needed to let out some pent-up feelings. Let it out somehow, and you know, sometimes it just takes someone who's willing to listen.
I'm gonna head home.
Alright. See you later.
Don't tell anyone what I told you, okay?
Sure.
I'll try and think of a way to persuade Kamoshida.
She could try to persuade him, but I could see that going south.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome. She's a nice person too.
Suzui. Are you leaving?
What is it?
Mr. Kamoshida's asking for you. He's in the PE faculty office.
What did he say?
I don't know. Well, I have to go.
You okay there, Shiho? I'm getting some really bad vibes from Shiho. Like, really bad vibes. And it doesn't make me feel good. Clearly. Oh, her phone's pinging.
On.
You're late. Where have you been?
I was with a fellow student trying to calm her down. Trains were delayed, I got lost, some thug was bothering me. Why are all of these lies? Why can't I just tell the truth? Seriously? I'd rather tell the truth than tell lies. I don't know. I mean, there has been issues with the trains, you know, like with the accident and all earlier in the game. So he might believe that. I don't think he would believe that I got lost or some thug was bothering me. But then again, if I say if the trains were delayed, he'd be like, oh, the trains were working fine earlier today or something like that. Then again, he drives a car, so I don't know. Trains were delayed.
Don't give me those lies.
I knew he'd see right through me. It's like all three of those were lies, so I would get this line from him with any of those choices.
By the way, you haven't been hanging around any bad influences, have you?
I'm not saying anything. Don't worry, I actually made a friend, or never. Actually, I made a friend.
Huh. Well, they've got to be pretty strange to want to spend time with you.
Everyone's strange in their own right. That's what I like to say. It's like anyone's strange in their own right, anyone's weird in their own right.
Just make sure you're careful who your friends are, if you don't want them ruining your life. Ooh, look at the time.
Time to go home.
Seriously, think about how I feel having to stay up here waiting for you.
You don't have to wait for me.
Hey, I'm leaving.
And then again, he is my guardian, so he probably has to keep all... He more than likely has to keep tabs on me. So making sure that I do come back home and I'm not out causing mischief or whatever.
In the future, try not to come back so damn late. Understood?
Sorry. Understood. think I said that more like Eeyore. Like, sorry, understood. So, what do you think about what Morgana told us? I don't know if I get all that stuff about stealing desires. I think I understand what she's talking about now. And Kamoshida is gonna turn, like, brain dead if we mess up, right? If we're not careful, I guess. I mean, sure, I'm pissed at him. But I don't know if I really want to kill the guy. Yeah, he doesn't want Kamoshida to die either. It's like Kamoshida may be a bad guy, but no one really deserves to be killed. Yeah, that's too much. He deserves it, or I'm not sure what to say. He doesn't deserve it. No one deserves to be killed. Then again, sometimes it depends on the person. But for the most part, yeah, that's too much. For sure. I mean, maybe I'm just freaking out, but I don't want to end up a murderer because of this shit. Yeah, it's like we already have a criminal record. We don't want to add to it, you know? Oh well. I'll try and see if I can come up with some other way tonight. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna stop it here for today. You know, like I said, Persona games are long, so I have to feel out where to stop and everything, so it's a good stopping point. And so I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you guys all next time. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be.